And the lead is now an even 30. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Nakobe Dean in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tua on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Set. Look at my team.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Javon Holland. He's at the 40, the 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His
7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands, and as soon as that hand is launched,
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play through. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Tua. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to 4th down. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. That one complete to Hill. The 40. 20. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 72 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Hurts to throw.
Being chased out left.
That's complete. It's Justquitbum.
The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Eagles.
Albert O.
85 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here.
He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Okay, ready? Strike.
To the right side, this is Dillon.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And Wilson with it, complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
70.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They go play action with Hurts.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football.
The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Tua. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Eaglesons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught at the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott now to have the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
One final try for Tagovailoa.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And the lopsided affair finally coming to an end. And really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were. And how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team. And their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Philadelphia, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week